Software stocks are in a bad place today. We see ServiceNow is down 3.62%. Adobe is down 3.19%, but the big one is Intuit. Intuit stock is down almost 20%. So does this provide us with a good buying opportunity? Well, we're going to look at 8 different companies in the software space, and we're going to compare them. And we're going to find out, are any of these companies worth buying? And if so, what are the best of the best? Now, if you're new to this channel, what we do is we rank and we score stocks based on 2 different categories, their growth and their safety. And we have a new format to the channel we're really excited to roll out. And so what we have is the information for all these companies in one nice convenient place. So we have Workday, WDAY. Their Inner Flame Finance growth score is a 4.7 and their Inner Flame Finance safety score is 6.1. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at their combined score, which for today's purposes, we're just going to compute the simple average. So we're just going to weight the growth and the safety the same for all these companies, and we see that they have a combined score of 5.4. Now in the past year, Workday is down over 50%. They're down 54.7% year over year. And we see that they have some interesting, very strong growth metrics. When compared to their competition, they have some of the best PEG ratios and some of the best forward PE. That's important for growth. Their PEG ratio is 0.6. Remember, we like that number to be under 2. Under 1 is a very impressive number, and their PEG ratio is currently 0.6. So very nice to see that. And their forward PE is just a 10.5. Now for safety, one of the numbers that really stands out for Workday is that their price to sales ratio is 3.2. So their current stock price is 122. The mean target among analysts on Wall Street is 178. That would be about a 46.6% increase in the stock price. What we do at Inner Flame Finance is we compute our own intrinsic value based on our projections and our understanding of these companies. And the Inner Flame Finance intrinsic value is 199. If you want to learn how to compute intrinsic values yourselves, there are 4 links in the description of this video. There's the PE ratios model, the dividend discount model, the discounted cash flow model, and Graham's valuation. So check out those tutorials and I will show you step by step how to build up your own intrinsic value calculators in Google Sheets. So the Inner Flame Finance intrinsic value Workday is 199. That gives us a very healthy 39% margin of safety. After Workday is ADP, automatic data processing. They are down just 30% over the past year. And we're going to see when compared to these other companies, a 30% drop in the stock price is actually one of the lower ones. So the Inner Flame Finance growth score is 5 even, safety score is 6.9. We average those together and we get roughly a 6.0 combined score. Now, analysts are currently saying that this is a hold. Current stock price is 220. They think there's about 11% growth for ADP in the next year, going up to a mean target price of 244. We at Inner Flame Finance think that ADP automatic data processing is more like 295. Reason being, some of the numbers that stick out, the return on equity is a fantastic 71%, and the return on invested capital, some of the best of all these companies, 48.1%. And ADP does offer a very nice 3.0% dividend. And we do want to note that ADP is a dividend king. It has grown its dividends reliably, consistently for more than 50 consecutive years. ServiceNow is tied with ADP with a combined score of 6.0. The Inner Flame Finance growth score is 6.8, and the safety score is 5.1. Currently a strong buy among analysts on Wall Street. It's currently trading for about $100 per share. The mean target is 143. That would be about a 42.5% increase in the stock price. The median target is 138. We at Inner Flame Finance are not as bullish, but we are still pretty bullish. We think that there's a 20% margin of safety that this company is really worth about 125, but it's down over 50% in the past year. And some of the numbers that really stand out for ServiceNow are that their revenue growth is expected to be 16.3% every year for the next 5 years, and their EPS growth an astonishing 21% every single year for the next 5 years. When it comes to safety, they have some of the best safety metrics out there. Their debt to equity is very low at 0.2. We like that to be under 0.7. Their interest coverage is a very nice 89.2, and their beta is 0.8, which means that if the market were to take a dive, if the market were to tank, ServiceNow would not drop as much. Next up is SAP with a combined score of 6.9, down over 40% in the past year. Their Inner Flame Finance growth score is 5.9, and their safety score is 7.9. This is currently ranked a buy among analysts on Wall Street. Current stock price is 176. The mean target is 256. That would imply a 46% increase in the stock price. Now, we at Inner Flame Finance are pretty similar. We think that it's actually worth about 269 per share. That gives us a margin of safety, very healthy, 35%. Now, some of the numbers that we want to highlight is that SAP is expected to grow their earnings per share at 16.7% every year for the next 5 years. They have very low debt to equity at 0.2. Their dividend yield is 1.5%. Now, before we move on to the next company, if you're getting anything out of this video, if we provided some value to you, please consider liking the video. That would really help out the channel. If you don't want to miss some of your favorite stocks being analyzed, scored, and ranked, then feel free to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video, so you can keep coming back for more Inner Flame Finance analysis and intrinsic values. The next highest combined score is Paycom with a combined score of 7.2. They have growth and safety both in the 7s at 7.2 and 7.1 respectively. They are currently ranked a buy among analysts on Wall Street. Their current stock price is 134. The mean target is about 151. That would imply a 12% increase in the stock price over the next year. However, we at Interflame Finance are much more bullish when it comes to Paycom. We think that they should really be trading for about $248 per share. That gives us a very healthy 46% margin of safety. Now, they have some of the best profit margins among all these companies, currently at 22%, and their 5-year forward PE in the single digits at a 9.0. So that means based on today's prices and their projected growth, that you are getting Paycom for a 9.0 PE ratio in 5 years based on today's prices. Now, their current PE is 15.5. That's one of the lowest of all these companies. The price to sales is 3.0, also some of the lowest. Interest coverage at 89.7, and also a very low beta at 0.8. Now, with an even higher score overall is Salesforce, CRM, with a combined score of 7.3. They are down about 37.2% over the past year. Their growth score is 6.0 and their safety score is 8.7. Currently ranked to buy among analysts on Wall Street, they're trading for about 176. Their mean target price among analysts is 265. That would be over 50% increase in the stock price expected over the next year. However, we are even more bullish on this company. We say that Salesforce should be trading for closer to 382 per share. That gives us a margin of safety of 54%. Now, the real standout among their growth metrics is that their free cash flow yield is 10.5%. Remember, we like that to be 7% or higher. So when it comes to Salesforce, they have very healthy, very nice free cash flow yield over 10%. Now, next up is Adobe with some very impressive numbers. So their combined overall score at Interflame Finance is 8.3. They're down over 40% in the past year, possibly a really nice, very attractive buying opportunity. Their growth score still is 7.8. Their safety score is a fantastic, very phenomenal 8.8. Analysts on Wall Street think that this is a $327 price target on average. It would be about a 34% increase in the stock price over the next year. And ironically, they are saying that this is a hold. Now, just based on these numbers and based on what we project Adobe to be doing, this is really a $613 price target for Adobe. That gives us a phenomenal 60% margin of safety. And if you look, when we compare these to the other 7 companies, they have one of the best PEG ratios at 0.8, best forward PE at 9.7, return on equity 58.8%, return on invested capital 52.7%. Their profit margins are almost 30%, free cash flow yield well above 7% at 10% even, and their projected 5-year forward PE is just a 7.8. So dirt cheap valuations for Adobe. This is a stock that's been beaten down. Looks like perhaps a bottom is consolidating for this company, and hopefully brighter days ahead. When it comes to their safety metrics, they currently are trading at a 14.4 price to earnings ratio, and the return on assets, very nice, 20.7%. Which brings us to Intuit, the star of today's show. When we look at their numbers, it is absolutely fantastic. Intuit has an Interflame Finance growth score of 8.5, and they do have a perfect safety score at 10.0. So the combined score overall for Intuit is 9.2. When we look at analysts' expectations on Wall Street, it is a strong buy. Currently trading for about $309 per share. The mean target is $592 per share. That would be a 92% increase expected among analysts on Wall Street over the next year. We at Interflame Finance are slightly more bullish even then. Intrinsic value of $670 per share. That gives us a very healthy 54% margin of safety. Now, they are expected to grow their top line at 11.7%, and their return on assets is 10.6%. Very strong company, and we feel unfairly beaten down in this past trading session, but especially over the past year, down almost 53%. So this would be a great place to remind you that nothing that we say on this channel is financial advice. We are not telling you to buy, hold, or sell anything in your personal portfolio. Always do your own research and always do your own due diligence before buying, holding, or selling any position in your portfolios. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So now we ask the question, what if we want to invest $1,000 into these 8 companies? Well, we're going to set a minimum combined score of 5.0. All companies qualify for that, and we want to make sure that we get at least a 20% margin of safety. And what we can see here is that all 8 companies qualify among those criteria. Nothing will be excluded. So these are quality companies that are trading at dirt cheap prices, and we're going to have very healthy margins of safety. So first up is Workday, WDAY, with a combined score of 5.4. Their base margin of safety is 39%. We would allocate $86 of our $1,000 or 8.6% into Workday. Now, you may notice that there's a new column on this channel, this dip allocation, and I will explain what that is later. But if we went with this scheme instead, we would put $94 of our $1,000. But you can see down here that we're not going to put in $1,000. We're actually putting in slightly more. Like I said, I will explain that in a bit as to how that works. But this dip allocation is actually more in line with our philosophy at Interflame Finance, more than just the regular allocation. Automatic data processing is next with a combined score of 6.0. Base margin of safety not as high at just 25%. In the regular allocation scheme, we would not put as much as we did into Workday. We would only put in $62 or 6.2% of our $1,000. However, in the dip allocation scheme, we we would put the same exact amount into ADP, $94. ServiceNow has a combined score tied with ADP at 6.0, but a slightly lower margin of safety at 20%. So we would allocate $49 or 4.9% of our $1,000 into ServiceNow. Now, next up is SAP. Of these four companies, it has the highest combined score, and of these companies, it has one of the highest margins of safety at 35%. So we would put the most money based on the regular allocation. We would put $98 of our $1,000 into SAP. However, you'll notice that we would put also $94 based on this dip allocation. So I think I'll pause here and just note what this dip allocation is now that we've seen four different companies. So the dollar amount is based on a direct weighted average between the combined score and the margin of safety when compared to the others. And so the higher that combined score is with the margin of safety, the more money that we would allocate. This dip allocation instead says we're just going to put the same amount of money into these companies if they have decent scores and decent margins of safety. But what we do is we separate these things into different categories. And so what we'll see in the next few companies is we will put more based on this dip allocation because they fit into a higher set of standards. So their combined scores will be higher and their base margins of safety will also be higher. So we would put more money based on this dip allocation. Now you'll see that this is going over $1,000. It's actually $1,000 plus 27 from reserves. That will likely become more clear as we do more videos with this new scheme, with this new dip allocation. But essentially, if the market's slow, if things aren't looking too appetizing, if what we are analyzing doesn't look too attractive, we would not invest $1,000. We would invest maybe $800 or $700, and we would keep the rest as cash on the sidelines in our reserves. But because all 8 of these companies are fantastic, they have very high combined scores, and they have very high margins of safety, we're not just going to put in our $1,000 exactly. We're actually going to start drawing from our reserves and piling more cash into these positions in order to buy more aggressively. So this new dip allocation scheme, like I said, is just more in line with how we at Interflame Finance choose to invest our money. And we can see the effect of that now with Paycom. So Paycom has a combined score of 7.2. That base margin of safety is 46%. So based on regular allocation, if we wanted to invest exactly $1,000, we would put 13.5% or $135 into Paycom. But because their score is high and because their margin of safety is high, it's almost in a different category than these other four. And so we would put more money, the next level up, the next tier up into Paycom, $120. And then comes Salesforce. Salesforce has a higher combined score of 7.3 and a margin of safety that's the highest among all of these companies so far at 54%. So based on the regular allocation formula, we would put $162 or 16.2% of our $1,000 into CRM. However, based on the dip allocation scheme, that gets even more money than Paycom because CRM is in a category of its own. High combined score, high margin of safety in the 50% range. And so we would put even more money based on the dip allocation into Salesforce. And even higher still is Adobe. Combined score of 8.3, base margin of safety, 60%. It means based on the regular allocation, if we wanted to invest exactly $1,000, we would put $204 or 20.4% into Adobe. But based on the dip allocation scheme, we would put $188 into Adobe. And you will notice that that is double the $94 that we were putting into the other companies. That is by design. Companies that qualify get a floor, and in that same category, they all get the same amount. But there's also a ceiling and there's a cap to these companies as well, and Adobe fits into that category. And finally, the star of the show, Intuit, with a combined score of 9.3 and an Interflame Finance margin of safety of 54%. Not as high as Adobe, but these numbers are basically in the same category. Very high Interflame Finance score, very high margin of safety. So this company also gets $188, which is double the base amount that we put into these other companies up here. So if you want to invest exactly $1,000 into these companies, that would be the regular allocation scheme. But if you wanted to get a little bit more aggressive and you had some extra cash on hand, possibly because you've been storing some dry powder on the side, or if you just had an extra 27 bucks lying around, then you would do this dip allocation to buy these companies more aggressively. We at Interflame Finance have very high conviction into all 8 of these companies. We think that they are trading way too cheap. They have very healthy margins of safety. And remember, this is not financial advice, but this is how we at Interflame Finance invest our money. So thank you very much for watching. Again, if you got anything out of this video, please consider liking the video. That would really help out the channel, and make sure you subscribe so you can keep coming back for more Interflame Finance, growth scores, safety scores, intrinsic values analysis, hypothetical allocations of our capital. And I know for a fact that your friends and your family and your mother-in-law will all enjoy Interflame Finance. So tell them all about it, share the joy, share the good news about what we are doing on this channel. We are growing it out. We love having you here. We love serving you, and we'll see you in the next video.